In the ordinary of life, the extraordinary occurred. Joseph and Mary, first-time parents, very ordinary, bringing their child Jesus to the temple as prescribed by their religious law, doing what they're supposed to do. Nothing out of the ordinary with that. Amongst all the people in the temple, there were two older people, Simeon and Anna. Nothing extraordinary about that. Two people praying in the temple. They encounter Jesus and his parents. Very ordinary. But then something extraordinary begins to take place. Simeon, as he sees the infant Jesus, he speaks, stating, "Now he may die in peace, because he has seen Jesus, our salvation," and tells Mary, Jesus is destined for the fall and rise of many, and you yourself a sword will pierce. More than just the ordinary. And if that wasn't enough, more comes in this encounter in the temple with Anna. She gave thanks to God to all who were awaiting the redemption of Jerusalem. But in these ordinary encounters, there was something extraordinary that took place. So let's summarize. First-time parents doing their religious duty, walking into the busy temple, doing what they needed to do. Then they meet Simeon, who speaks about the future of Jesus and about Mary. They meet Anna, who gives thanks to God for this child. Can you now imagine Mary and Joseph asking themselves, what is going on? And to add to all of this, the child was born in Bethlehem in a manger. And then shepherds came to visit them. Shepherds came because they were told by a multitude of angels to come and see the newborn king. And next week we recall what also happens. The three wise men come to the family. And then today in the temple, Simeon's words to Mary, "And your heart will be pierced by a sword." It's more than just the ordinary going on here. And as we hear all of that, pretty much we think of it, well, yes, I know what happens, I know what the story is, but if we think about it, their lives were very busy and chaotic. And you think that our lives are busy and chaotic. Might be a little bit different, but they were still uncertain about what happened and what was occurring. How did Mary and Joseph face life? And how do we face life? The key which holds everything in place, is faith in God. And that's what Abraham did. In the letter to the Hebrews we heard, it said, by faith Abraham obeyed. By faith Abraham obeyed. And it says, even when not knowing where he was to go. Even when not knowing where he knows to go. Our faith in Christ. Our faith, even when we're not sure what's occurring in life, even when we're not sure what's happening, even when life is busy and chaotic, just like Mary and Joseph and Abraham, it was by faith that they persevered, even when not knowing where to go. What kept this family of Jesus, Mary, and Joseph together was the presence of Jesus within the family, and both literally and figuratively. Recall the adage, a family that prays together stays together. There's a lot of truth to that. A family that prays together stays together. As individuals and as families, our ordinary lives can reveal the extraordinary events in what is seemingly mundane. With the eyes of faith and the ears of faith, what transpires in our life seems to be the ordinary. If we take time to notice, we will see the presence of God. Notice the work of God in our lives when we have heard words of forgiveness, the work of God. When we have seen Christ in the poor, the work of God. When we celebrate the Eucharist with a community of believers, the work of God. When we find the courage to confront a wrong, the work of God. And it is in the present. Now has salvation given to us, has come. It's happening right now. For Simeon and Anna, faith was the work of God in them, which resulted in their fidelity to prayer and vigilance, so that when God entered their lives, they were wide awake and receptive to the new and unexpected. God is there in surprising ways as we open our minds and hearts, being vigilant and living in hope with faith. Both Simeon and Anna are astonished by what God is doing. And like us in this past season of Advent, just like us, they waited for God to come to their side. And when God did, they expressed astonishment and praise. To be faithful and not stop praying. In other words, kept their eyes and ears open in the ordinary of life. And as they did that through the gift of faith, in the ordinary, they found the extraordinary. For us is the same, really is the same. For when God arrives in our lives in whatever form, be astonished and give praise.